Hey everyone, this is the Bearded Guitarist. Thanks for checking out this Absolute Beginner's Guitar Lesson number 2. If you're new here, make sure to watch the Absolute Beginner's Guitar Lesson number 1 before continuing with this video. In this lesson number 2, we are going to learn a new chord and a new rhythm. So in the previous lesson, we learned the chords E minor and A minor. Today we are going to introduce the difference between a major and a minor chord. Let's think about the E minor chord that we learned previously. Now, the new chord that we are going to learn is the E major, so it's the major version of the same chord. In order to play that, you start with your E minor, exactly the same position we learned in the previous lesson, and we will add the first finger on the first fret of the G string in this way. Let's listen to these two chords. The E major sounds like this. The E minor, without the first finger, sounds like this. Now, it's pretty clear that the difference between the E major and the E minor, but also the difference between any major and minor chord, is that the major chord sounds a little bit happier and more open and bright, while the minor chord usually sounds a little bit darker and more sad. This is something that you will find in any major and minor chord you learn. When you learn the E major and E minor chords, remember that you don't need to mute any string on top because the top string is called E and it's the root note for both chords. So let's go now into our new chord progression. We will start with the A minor chord that we learned in the previous lesson and we will change into an E major this time. In order to do so, you are using exactly the same fingers on your fretting hand. You're just moving all these three fingers one string above. So you are not changing your shape at all, you're just moving the entire shape, so all these three fingers one string up. Try to do this keeping the fingers as close as possible to the fretboard. And as usual, before you practice this with any specific rhythm, make sure to get the muscle memory movement here for the fingers 1, 2 and 3. Also, don't forget that when you play the A minor chord, you are also muting the top string with your thumb. So the A minor chord sounds like this. Then when you move to E major and you move all these three fingers up, you don't need to mute anything else with your thumb. So you just leave the top string open like we said. The rhythm that we learned in the previous lesson was this down, down, up, 3 and 4, and a simple strumming pattern playing only down, down, up on the beats 1 and 2 and without playing anything in the beats 3 and 4. We can now apply this rhythm to this new chord progression and it's gonna sound like 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So as usual, you need to keep moving your right hand and you can use the beats number 3 and 4 to get ready and prepare the chord change. Let's have a look now at the new rhythm that we are going to learn. In order to learn this new rhythm, we are going to use our new chord E major without practicing any chord transition for this new rhythm. Now, this rhythm is usually called Universal Strumming pattern or Universal Rhythm pattern because it's very, very popular, very common. You'll find it in many, many songs. So it's pretty useful to spend some time on it. The first part of this strumming pattern is exactly the same as what we played previously. So down, down, up. It's a quarter note and then 2 eighth notes in the second beat. If you want to find out more about these rhythm divisions, you can check out my strumming tapes guitar lesson. In the third and fourth beats of this strumming pattern, you are going to play no downstroke, up, down, up in the fourth beat. So let's see beat by beat what's going on in this bar. We start in the first beat 1 downstroke, going up without hitting the strings. In the second beat we play a downstroke and also an upstroke when we go up. In the third beat we go down without hitting the strings. We go up playing an upstroke. In the fourth beat we play down when we go down and an upstroke going up. So in slow motion this bar sounds like down and down, up, nothing, up, down, up. As usual, even here you should start really slow, and then when you feel comfortable about the movement and when you make sure that you don't stop the right hand or the picking hand motion, you can start increasing the tempo. So slightly faster, it sounds like this. 1 When you are familiar with this rhythm, you can start looping it twice and playing this same rhythm twice, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In this way you'll be ready for the next lesson where we will use this rhythm with different chords. For now, just keep practicing this rhythm until you feel comfortable with the new chord that we learned, E major. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about this lesson, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button if you want to be notified when I release my new videos. Thanks for watching, this was The Bearded Guitarist. I'll be seeing you in the lesson number 3.